Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Derek Mitchell, and I am a person who stutters. And I am also a proud member of the National Stuttering Association. And I had the privilege of recently hosting a workshop at our annual event entitled Fear Factors, Causes and Consequences of Fear. And I hope that all of you are inspired by what you're about to see, to go out, face, and conquer all the fear in your lives. And I recently recorded an alternate version of the workshop that is a narrated PowerPoint that you will see behind me in the background. And to view that, click on the link that is in the description below. And I hope you all enjoy it and are inspired by it. Thank you for coming. First question that you might have is, what does fear factors have to do with ICE? So what I want to do is go back to the beginning of the journey that led to this workshop. A little over a year ago, I did the first speech in Toastmasters, which is the icebreaker, and the club that I am a part of is with my old company. So I took it upon myself to do it as big as possible. I invited my coworkers, my boss, my boss's boss, and our CFO. And what I did is that I proclaimed that I was going to conquer my elephant. And I proceeded to state that my elephant is my stutter, because at that point in time, I had never talked about this with anyone at work. And over the course of the past year, I've given this presentation a few times. But at one point, it dawned on me that I claimed my elephant as something that I don't have full control over. Because despite speech therapy, coming to a conference, I'm still a person with a stutter that won't change. So I picked an elephant that I couldn't, in fact, conquer. So I thought about it, and I realized what the elephant really is. Can anyone guess? Fear. And that realization had a big impact on my life. And what I learned as a result is what you hear. So I want to welcome you all to Fear Factors, Causes, and Consequences of Fear. Now, I will not be talking the entire time because I just don't want to do that. It's exhausting, and I don't think that will give you the full benefit of this workshop. So it's going to be interactive. I want to spark some conversation and some real thought about how fear has and is currently impacting you and your life right now. So we are during the workshop we'll break up into small groups for discussions, and I have some facilitators from Stan that will lead those discussions to get the most out of them. And so there'll be 3 10-minute rounds of discussions. 7 minutes to talk, and then after that, a few people will have an opportunity to confront fear right now. Because I will pick 1 or 2 people to come on stage and talk about and give a summary of what was discussed in their group or their own personal perspective on fear. So let's get started. So over the course of the past year, during the journey as a Toastmaster and with a career change and on new goals, new visions, and a ton of reflection on how fear has impacted me, I identified 5 ways that fear has behaved in my life. Fear is deceptive, contagious, divisive, comfortable, and lastly, fear is a fantasy, but regret is a responsibility. Fear is deceptive. Now, when I look back and I realize how much of a liar fear really is when I thought about when I gave when I presented a thesis for my MBA program. There were about 8 people in the audience, 3 of my professors and 5 of the other students that were in the program. I was so afraid that day that I thought that was the day that I would actually pass out from fear. that this is the day I'm gonna fall flat and fail, and I spent all this money and I'm in debt and I'm done. Has anybody ever gone skydiving? Really? Okay. That's surprising. But I realized that I was more afraid at that moment in front of those 8 people than when I jumped out of an airplane at 14,000 feet. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. All right. So if I got up in front of those 8 people and just bombed it, what's the worst case? Fail. If that parachute, I'm really done. Does anyone know what the number one most common fear is? What's number 2?
Stats.
So 5 of us are more afraid of the ball of a microphone than the barrel of a gun. That's scary. Because think about all other things and areas in your life that rational fear can impact. Think about how it impacts us just with the opposite sex. It's true. You see someone that is attractive, they look nice and inviting, but as a result of your fear and all the baggage, this is what we actually see. See rejection coming our way. Fear causes your perception of things to not be based in reality of any kind, but based on the baggage that you carry with you. And we do this with opportunities. Raise your hand if right now you have an opportunity in front of you that could change your life. Are you afraid of it? Yep. There's a rainbow with a pot of gold at the end of it that's waiting on you. But all we see is the storm that you have to go through to get to it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hope so.
How do you see your life? Is the vision that you have for current situation in your future, is it clear or is it clouded by fear? What's leading you? But if you can get rid of that haze of fear and see your life and your future for exactly what it is, think about what you could do. So whenever you are faced with a tough decision, this is what I want you to think. Clear of fear. Say it with me. Clear of fear. Ask yourself that. When I decide to do A or B, what's fueling me? What's leading me? What's driving me? Is it fear or is it faith and love and passion? Now, I know that it's been said that fear is false evidence appearing real. But for me, it's false expectations appearing real. Are your expectations for your speech, your fluency, is it unreasonable? What do you expect to happen when you finally make a decision to do something that frightens you? You expect that you'll be ruined, embarrassed, and is that reasonable? Now, if you're able to get control of this, you can have a clear vision of your situations, your future in all areas of your life. But if not, you will end up with number 2, and that is fear is contagious. Now, the metaphor that I like to use for this one is the Titanic. How many know the circumstances that caused the Titanic to sink? Well, as far as the engineering of the ship, no, the Titanic was considered unsinkable partly because all the lower compartments here all sealed, had a sealed door from one compartment to the next. That way, if one is flooded, the others are protected. But what they didn't do, they didn't cap them. So when an iceberg hit, one filled up, it was sealed for a while until the water rose to the very top, and it spilled over until it sank. Now you might ask, why is this important, and what does this have to do with me and my fear? It's two lessons that struck me when I came across this. One, icebergs come out of nowhere, and you can't see them, and they hit hard, they devastate. What's an iceberg? Could be a divorce, a sick child, unemployment, anything. Because one constant thing in life is change. You just never know what could take place at any point in time. And those icebergs are everywhere. And if you think that the comfort zone that you have built for yourself is safe and sealed and protected, wrong. And it's coming eventually. My iceberg came in the form of a promotion action. I was at my job. I was they concocted some BS titles that they gave me. I was fine with that. I sat at my cubicle every day. I talked to I only had to interact with 4 people every day. That's it. No phone calls, no conference calls. I was fine. Until one day, one of our project managers leaves, and they say, you know what? I think you can do this job. And I said, I don't think I can. Actually. And just like that, I went from sitting at my cubicle every day to managing a project team, 4 time zones, 3 continents. That was uncomfortable. That was my iceberg. It ruptured my comfort zone that I loved so much. I loved it so much. And all the fear, anxiety, rushing in. And this wasn't like just giving one presentation and then I'm done with it. This is my job. This is every day. I can't avoid this. So I had to get to work and start working on my fear. Point number 2 is that you think that you give in to fear in one area of your life, and everything else is isolated. It's not. I thought that the biggest fear that I was dealing with was with my voice and my stutter. I was wrong, because after I started to make progress in this area, I found all this. One fear over the course of my life led to all this. And when I realized that it felt like fear was a part of me, that it was in my bones, in my joints, in my breath, realized that so many things in life that I avoided on a daily basis, it was a part of me. And it was depressing, actually. I still don't like looking at this because I'm still dealing with all this. So if you think that I can avoid this presentation or avoid this discussion, and I isolate that to my voice and my stutter, I encourage you to do some digging into your fear, into your patterns and behaviors. And I think you'll find that fear in that area of your life has spread and you didn't even know it. There is a quote that I like from Self-Reliance. Sorry. Okay. So this is the first round of our group discussion. So these are the questions that I want you to think about as you talk. What impact has the deceptiveness of fear caused in your life, and how it has spread? Yes. Let's move on to a third factor, which is fear is divisive. Now, once I started to really dig into my fear and unpack all the baggage that I had accumulated, I was having a lot of internal conflict because I was tempted to go back. Now, I didn't really join Toastmasters willingly. I was kind of bribed into it. Because when a director at your job tells you, look, I'll sponsor you, you can say no and not get a promotion, or you can say yes and gain some favor with a person that is in a high position. I wasn't happy about this choice, but I did it. So I did it, and like I was still clinging on to that comfort zone, and I was having a lot of turmoil. I couldn't sleep. I was anxious, restless, and what I realized is that I was caught. I was caught between sticking to who I was and who I want to be. It was as if fear had created two identities, and they didn't get along. Just imagine if the next round you want to get up and speak, and the minister tells you shut up and sit down. Don't sit down. I'll sit you down myself. You guys are not gonna get along with that kind of dynamic. That's what was happening in here. I saw what I could do and what I needed to, but that fear and that doubt was still there, and it was pulling me back. And the person that I was trying to hold me back from who I could be and who I wanted to. Got to make a choice, because these two can't exist in the same place. It's like the Democrats and the Republicans in Congress. It's gridlock and nothing works, and it's volatile. It's explosive, and it's not healthy. I'm serious. I couldn't sleep at night. I was restless. I was tired, anxious, and until I went all in on what I knew I had to do, and who I knew on who I knew I could be, it didn't change. Now, I love this quote from Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it's nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles. And that's basically, who are you? What do you believe? And does it manifest in your life? Are you who you think and say you are? Otherwise, it's betrayal. It's betrayal of your values. And that's not peace. If I say that I want my comfort zone on one side, but I'm going to go give a speech in front of 20 people, it doesn't match up because I value my comfort and stability. Or if I say that I want to grow and develop, but I want to stay safe and secure, the values don't add up with my actions, and it's conflict. Now, if anybody has read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I would liken this to the private victory that the book talks about. This is what you do when no one's around, when you're alone. And when you get to the point that you are who you think and say you are, that's peace. And then that manifests in your life. That brings us to number 4. Fear is comparable. Look at quote. I love quotes. This one is, thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. Once you win that private victory, make a decision on who you're going to be, take action, and it builds. And I say that it's comparable because when you conquer one fear, you build on that to conquer another. So when people tell me that, oh, I can't do Toastmasters, well, then you can, because there is something else that you have done in your past. Fear you have confronted, a challenge you have faced, and you did it. If you did that, then you can do this. When you have a success or conquer a fear, take that with you. Don't just do it and then forget about it. It's important. It could be something as small as ordering at a restaurant. And in my case, it was free cookie day at Subway one day. I wanted chocolate chip. At that point in time, I couldn't say chocolate chip. So I got the oatmeal raisin and I was disappointed. Okay? And I'm serious about free cookie day. Like, I'm serious about that. But next Friday, you better believe I got chocolate chips. Now, that's a small thing, but I conquered something. And I felt good about that, and I take it with me to build on that and to conquer the very next thing. Now, when you start to build on your success, you will be amazed at the progress that you cannot make. This is me in November speaking at a Toastmasters event in front of 300 people. All this started with saying yes to a visiting a meeting. Don't despise a humble beginning. If you do one thing, you can do another. Give yourself the credit that you deserve for what you face and conquer on a daily basis. It's valuable. Has value if you use it. Fear is fantasy. Regret is a responsibility. Raise your hand if you have a regret. It's just everybody. How does it feel to carry that around? Heavy. Heavy. One of the biggest things that I regret, I'm faced with every spring. Spring is prom season. How many people have ever been to a prom or a homecoming or a school dance of any kind? I didn't. When I was in high school, I was so afraid to talk, especially to a girl, while everyone else was out on prom night. I was parking cars with my older brother at a nightclub, which I was 17, so I shouldn't have been there, but that's different. And I carry that with me. And I want to say that because right before you step off a cliff, and that's what it feels like to face a fear. It feels like the worst thing in the world. Like it will kill you. But once you take that first step, it dissipates like thin air. It's not real. What's inside your fear is empty. Is nothing there. It's all a fantasy. Now, if you choose not to face your fear, that's what's real. Because you will always have, I should have, I could have. What if I didn't do this? I should have done that. It takes one step forward to shatter your fear, but you can deal with regret for a lifetime. Which is better? It's easier to stay safe at that moment. And for the next 40 years, think about every spring how you never got to experience a prom date or a prom night. Which is easier? Deal with the fantasy of fear while it's in front of you and save yourself from the responsibility of regret. Now, in the interest of time, I'm going to make the final point and come back to the group discussion. And I was hesitant to make this last point because it's a bit strong, and you've seen all of it, so it's supposed to be a surprise. Say it with me. I am going to die. Period. Period, yes. You can't argue with it, compromise. 100%, everyone here is going to die. You have nothing to lose. Think about it. What is the most precious thing that you will ever have? Life. And you're going to lose it. So what is it to give up a little bit of comfort and safety and security? Live your life exactly how you want to. Because in the end, you will lose it all anyway. Everything. Time is precious. Marcus Aurelius, he said, don't act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it's in your power? Are you living like you want to have 1,000 years and then we'll come back and have 1,000 more? Doesn't happen. Well, depending on what you believe, but unless you do, then it won't happen. It's finite. One chance, one shot, one legacy to create, one inheritance to leave to the people around you. So, how many of you feel right now that it's urgent that you start to confront fear in your life? Okay, not as many as I hope. For those that do, you got a card at the beginning of the workshop. What I want you to do is put a commitment to yourself on that card of what you will do when you leave here to confront your fear. It doesn't have to be this grand plan or gesture. It could be as simple as a phone call. But I want you to make, yes, exactly, could be, yes. But I want you to make a commitment to yourself, what you will do when you leave here. And if anybody is interested, you can feel free to come up and speak it to the audience. And I'll leave you with this. The discomfort and pain is the only way to conquer your fear. It's messy, it's not pretty, it's not easy. I wish it was, but it's worth it. And in the words of the book that I just bought, always remember that you have to just feel the fear and do it anyway. Thank you.